Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a topic that has sparked quite the debate online: Joy-Anna Duggar's recent revelation about her homeschooling routine. If you haven't heard yet, Joy-Anna shared in an Instagram post that she spends just 40 minutes a day teaching her son Gideon. And let me tell you, people have a lot to say about it. Some are praising her approach as practical and efficient, while others are slamming her for what they see as neglect or laziness. So today, we're going to break down this controversy from all angles: what Joy-Anna said, why critics are upset, and whether their concerns hold water. Plus, I'll share some insights on how much time is actually recommended for homeschooling young children like Gideon. Let's get started. To understand the uproar, let's first look at what Joy-Anna posted. In a candid Instagram update, she talked about her decision to homeschool Gideon, who's currently around 4 years old. She mentioned that their daily lessons last only 40 minutes, but emphasized that this short session works well for them because of his age and attention span. She also explained that the rest of their day is filled with hands-on learning experiences. Things like cooking together, reading books aloud, playing outside, and exploring nature. To Joy-Anna, these activities are just as important, if not more so, than formal academics at this stage. Now, here's where things got interesting. While many fans applauded Joy-Anna for prioritizing play-based learning and keeping things simple, others weren't convinced. Some critics accused her of slacking off or failing to provide a proper education for Gideon. Comments ranged from 40 minutes isn't enough to how will he ever catch up. So, what exactly are these critics worried about? And do they have a point? Let's unpack the main arguments being made against Joy-Anna's method. First, there's the concern that 40 minutes simply isn't long enough to cover essential skills like reading, writing, and math. Critics argue that even preschoolers need more structured learning time to build a strong foundation. Second, some feel that relying heavily on unstructured activities might leave gaps in Gideon's knowledge. Sure, playing outside and helping in the kitchen can teach valuable life skills, but does it adequately prepare him for kindergarten or first grade? Finally, there's the issue of accountability. Unlike traditional schools, homeschooling doesn't come with standardized tests or external oversight. This leads some skeptics to question whether Joy-Anna is truly meeting educational standards, or if she's cutting corners. But before we jump to conclusions, let's take a step back and consider the other side of the story. Is 40 minutes really too little? Or could Joy-Anna be onto something? When it comes to early childhood education, research offers some surprising insights. According to experts, young children, especially those under 5, learn best through play and exploration rather than formal instruction. The American Academy of Pediatrics even recommends limiting structured academic activities for preschoolers to avoid burnout and stress. In fact, most curriculums designed for toddlers and kindergarteners suggest just 20 to 30 minutes of focused learning per day. That means Joy-Anna's 40-minute sessions are already exceeding the norm. Moreover, studies show that incorporating everyday activities into education can be incredibly effective. Cooking, for example, teaches math, measuring ingredients, and science. Observing changes in food. Reading aloud boosts language development, and outdoor play enhances motor skills and creativity. These real-world experiences often stick with kids longer than worksheets ever could. So, when we look at the evidence, Joy-Anna's approach seems pretty solid. But why are people still so quick to judge? There are a few reasons why Joy-Anna's choice has drawn such intense scrutiny. For one, she's part of the Duggar family, a household known for its strict rules and conservative values. Because of this, any parenting decision they make tends to attract extra attention and criticism from outsiders. Another factor is societal pressure. Many parents feel guilty if they aren't doing enough for their kids, whether that means signing them up for extracurriculars, buying educational toys, or spending hours on homeschooling. Seeing someone take a simpler route can trigger feelings of insecurity or defensiveness. Lastly, there's the misconception that more equals better. We live in a culture that glorifies business and overachievement, especially when it comes to raising children. So when someone suggests that less structure might actually benefit a child, it challenges deeply ingrained beliefs. It's worth noting that Joy-Anna herself acknowledged these pressures in her post. She admitted feeling nervous about sharing her routine publicly because she knew not everyone would agree. But ultimately, she chose to follow her instincts as a mom, and that takes courage. While I think Joy-Anna deserves credit for trusting her gut and tailoring her methods to Gideon's needs, it's also fair to acknowledge potential pitfalls. One concern is consistency. Even though 40 minutes may be sufficient now, will Joy-Anna adjust her schedule as Gideon grows older and requires more advanced lessons? Additionally, every child is different. What works for Gideon might not work for another child who thrives on routine or craves more structured learning. It's crucial for homeschooling parents to remain flexible and attentive to their child's individual progress. That said, I believe Joy-Anna's critics are missing the bigger picture. Homeschooling isn't about replicating a classroom environment. It's about creating a personalized education plan that suits your family's unique circumstances. As long as Gideon is happy, engaged, and hitting developmental milestones, there's no reason to panic over a number like 40 minutes. At the end of the day, this whole debate highlights a larger issue: the pressure modern parents face to get it right. Whether you send your kids to public school, private school, or homeschool, someone will always have an opinion. But here's the truth: there's no one-size-fits-all solution. If Joy-Anna's approach resonates with you, go for it. If you prefer a more rigorous schedule, that's fine too. The key is finding what works for your family and sticking with it, even if it means tuning out the noise. And to Joy-Anna, I say this: keep doing what feels right for Gideon. Parenting is hard enough without second-guessing every move you make. You've got this. Jill recently opened up for the first time about how she lost her daughter during pregnancy. It's a story that has touched millions around the world, and today, we're going to break it down step by step so you can understand what happened, why it matters, and how Jill is healing from this unimaginable tragedy. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because we cover all things DUGGAR'S, from scandals to heartwarming moments. And trust me, there's always something happening in this famous family. To truly appreciate Jill's journey, let's take a quick look at her life before this devastating loss. Born on May 23, 1990, Jill Michelle Duggar was the third eldest child of Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar. Growing up in Tontitown, Arkansas, Jill became a household name thanks to the hit TLC show 19 Kids and Counting. As fans of the series will remember, Jill was known for her kind personality, love of animals, and strong faith. Over the years, Jill grew into a role model for many young viewers. She married Dillard in 2015 after meeting him through mutual friends within their church community. Together, they started a beautiful family, welcoming 2 sons, Israel David in 2017 and Samuel Matthew in 2018. But despite the joy these milestones brought, Jill faced challenges like any other person. One of the biggest came when she announced she was expecting another baby, a little girl, in late 2020. In November 2020, Jill took to Instagram to share the exciting news that she was pregnant again. Alongside a sweet photo of her holding a pair of tiny pink booties, she wrote, "We are thrilled to announce we're expecting a baby girl." Fans flooded her comment section with congratulations and well wishes. Everyone was overjoyed, including us here at USA Gossip Spoiler 2.0. But just weeks later, tragedy struck. In December 2020, Jill revealed that she had suffered a miscarriage. Sharing the news publicly wasn't easy. but Jill wanted to be honest with her followers about her pain. She posted another heartfelt message on Instagram, saying, "Our hearts are broken as we share that our precious baby girl went to be with Jesus." This announcement shocked fans worldwide. Miscarriages are far more common than people realize, affecting 10 to 20% of pregnancies, yet they remain a deeply personal and often silent struggle. By speaking out, Jill not only honored her daughter's memory, but also gave a voice to countless women who have experienced similar losses. Fast forward to earlier this year, Jill finally sat down to talk openly about losing her daughter. In a candid interview, she shared details about the miscarriage and how it impacted her emotionally, physically, and spiritually. During the interview, Jill explained that she began experiencing symptoms of a possible miscarriage shortly after her initial announcement. Despite seeking medical attention, doctors confirmed the worst. Their baby no longer had a heartbeat. Jill described the moment she heard the news as utterly devastating. She recalled feeling numb, overwhelmed by grief, and questioning why this had happened to her family. But even in the midst of her pain, Jill leaned on her faith to find strength. Her openness about relying on prayer and scripture resonated with many viewers. Jill emphasized that while her faith didn't erase her pain, it provided comfort and hope during one of the darkest periods of her life. Through it all, Jill credits her husband, Derek, for being her rock. In interviews, she talked about how Derek stood by her side every step of the way, offering unwavering support and encouragement. The couple made a conscious effort to grieve together and keep communication open. They attended counseling sessions to process their emotions and ensure they stayed connected as partners. This teamwork played a crucial role in helping them navigate such a difficult chapter. By sharing their story, Jill and Derek hoped to remind others that they're not alone in their struggles. They encouraged couples facing similar situations to lean on each other and seek professional help if needed. So, how is Jill doing now? While the wound of losing her daughter will never fully heal, Jill has found ways to honor her memory and move forward with grace. One of the ways Jill copes is by keeping her daughter's memory alive through small acts of remembrance. Whether it's planting a tree in her honor or dedicating quiet moments to reflect, Jill ensures that her daughter remains a cherished part of her family's story. Jill has also channeled her grief into advocacy work, using her platform to raise awareness about miscarriage and support organizations that help families dealing with infant loss. Her bravery in turning pain into purpose serves as an inspiration to us all. Unsurprisingly, Jill's honesty struck a chord with fans across the globe. Thousands of people reached out to share their own stories of loss and express solidarity with the Dillard family. It's clear that Jill's transparency has created a ripple effect, fostering a sense of community among those who might otherwise feel isolated in their grief. Her willingness to speak up has undoubtedly saved lives and brought comfort to countless individuals. And that's the story of Jill Duggar's courageous journey through loss and healing. Losing a child is every parent's worst nightmare, yet Jill has handled it with incredible grace and vulnerability. Her decision to share her experience reminds us of the power of authenticity and the importance of supporting one another through life's toughest moments. If you found this video helpful or moving, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might need to hear Jill's story. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more updates on the Duggars and other trending topics. Until next time, take care and remember, you are never alone in your struggles.